Adolescence, the transitional time between childhood and adulthood. Usually associated with the teenage years, adolescence begins a tad bit before being a teen and ends in your early 20s. It's an important time of self-discovery and finding your place in the world. Today, I'll be sharing with you different movies, books, songs, and shows that I feel best portray adolescence. This is part 1 of 2, so we'll be looking at numbers 10 through 6. Next week, we'll complete the list with numbers 5 through 1. My name is Junkie Vendor, and let's get started. Number 10. I needed something to start this list off strong, so coming in at number 10 is the 1990 punk rock song, Story of My Life, by Social Distortion. Unlike the other entries on this list, Story of My Life is told from the perspective of one who is no longer in their adolescence, but instead looks back at these times with fond memories. As someone who is out of adolescence, I find Mike Ness's lyrics relatable. I mean, just look at the chorus. Life goes by so fast. You only want to do what you think is right. Close your eyes and then it's past. Story of my life. The lyrics to this song are so eerily true. Like when he says that he went to the old pool hall he used to frequent as a youth is now just a 7-Eleven. But he's right. It's true that life moves by fast. One moment you're living life and then you open your eyes only to realize years have passed. Number 9. Okay, I'll admit that the last one was a bit of a downer, so to help elevate the mood is Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, coming in at number 9. This show was part of the Teen Nick lineup, first airing in 2003. It would be played along other shows that people in my age group would remember, like Zoe 101 and Drake and Josh. Anyways, Ned's Declassified follows Ned and his two best friends, Mose and Cookie. Cookie, or Simon Cook, was the overdramatic spaz, while Mose was the level-headed one of the trio. Each episode revolves around a common middle school problem, like dealing with school picture day or forgetting to do your homework, with the characters consulting the survival guide on how to navigate said problem.
Check out these tips. Sit close to the doors for fast getaways. You'll be the first out, and you'll avoid the frustrating post-bell door jam.
The show had a ton of memorable side characters like Toot Toot, a kid who farted a lot, Vice Principal Krebs, who served as the enforcer of the rules and had a penchant for dramatically taking off his sunglasses, and of course, my favorite, Coconut Head, a kid who started the year off with a dorky haircut, earning him the lifelong nickname Coconut Head. Number 8. Alright, back to things that might depress you. Coming in at number 8 is the 2001 cult classic Donnie Darko. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, the guy with the buggy eyes from Nightcrawler. Donnie Darko is about a privileged teen who starts to receive scary visions from Frank, a guy in a stupid bunny suit.
Why are you wearing that stupid bunny suit? Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
So, why did Donnie Darko make the list? Well, Donnie is an intelligent, well-read kind of guy. It's too bad he comes off as one of those deep-thinking high school, college philosopher kids that think they have the whole universe figured out.
Well, life isn't that simple. There are other things that need to be taken into account here, like the whole spectrum of human emotion. You can't just lump everything into these two categories and then just deny everything else.
The kind of guy that sits in class thinking every little thought they have is deep and multi-layered to the nth degree. Throughout my school career, I ran into quite a bit of these kind of people. I'll admit that at times, even I was that person. But hey, that's growing up for you. Number 7.
When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of the movie house.
The number 7 spot goes to the 1967 coming-of-age novel, The Outsiders by S.E. Hilton. This is a very interesting book when it comes to the young adult fiction genre, as Hilton was in high school when she wrote the novel, making it, in my humble but correct opinion, more raw and more real. The story takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the year 1965. The novel is told through the perspective of 14-year-old Pony Boy Curtis. Pony Boy is a member of the juvenile gang known as the Greasers. The Greasers are identified as being poor and coming from broken families, while the Socias, short for Socials, is the rival gang made up of rich kids from well-to-do families.
You guys know what greasers are? White trash with long, greasy hair.
You know what a Soch is?
What?
White trash with mustache, man.
The book follows Ponyboy after a gang-related stabbing. There are many real moments with the teenage boys just trying to make sense of the madness, making this an excellent book for a more mature middle schooler to read. Also, Will Smith appears in this movie. Okay, probably a different Will Smith than you're expecting, but seriously, his name is Will Smith. Number 6. Night in the Woods takes the number 6 spot. First released in 2017, this side-scrolling adventure game is more of an interactive novel than anything else, and boy, this game hit me hard. You play as May, a 20-year-old college dropout who returns to her small hometown. The game slowly drip feeds information to you, like learning about May's troubled past and figuring out the socioeconomic history of your hometown, Possum Springs. The game has over 136,000 words of dialogue, and just to put things in perspective, your typical novel has on average 40,000 words. But this game has so much real, mundane things that ring true for your average 20-something-year-old, like chatting with friends while eating pizza, waking up late, visiting friends at their places of work, and constantly being asked by older people when you're going to get a real job or what are you going to do with your life. This game was well received by critics, winning multiple Game of the Year awards, but more people need to experience this beautiful, well-made game. Thanks for watching. This was part 1 of my 2-part video. The second half will be out next Sunday morning. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at JunkieVendor. Also, if you'd like to support me, click the Amazon link in the description. If you buy anything within the next 24 hours of clicking the link, I'll get a small referrer's cut. This week, the link will take you to The Outsider's book. Read it. It's an amazing human experience wrapped up in 180 pages that anyone with a 6th grade reading comprehension could understand. But the Amazon link will work whether you buy the book or whatever else you want. My name is JunkieVendor, and thanks for watching.